So with the final banner of the year, or what we call end of year, is fastly approaching, I wanted to make a video on should you summon, due to the fact last month, which was an amazing end of the month banner, which was Big Mom, Baldy, and Mommy, people said should you summon or should you skip for parentheses end of year. So today I'm going to break down the banner and whether you should summon, because all those orbs you saved it from last month didn't get baited on Mommy like me, are going to be put to use on the biggest banner of the year aside from post selection and anniversary. Alright, here we are. We're going to talk about the main banner. This banner is available from December 30th all the way to January 2nd. Moving all the way down, we have Ichigo, and this guy just defines jack of all traits. So let's get into him. We're going to skip all this. A lot of stuff reading. I'm not reading all that. Here we go. Ichigo is a heart Soul Reaper affiliation with the killers of Soul Reaper and Stern Raider. Makes sense for his character, I guess. Moving down, he has double soul trait, which is 20% sad and 12% sour. Next, we have his innate, which is Sprinter plus 2, long stride and poise. So he's basically zooming around the map. He's not being interrupted if he gets hit. Moving down, he has Havoc of 20%, Frenzy plus 2, Bombardment plus 1, Debilitator plus 5, damage to lacerated enemies plus 60%, damage to weakened enemies at 40%, alongside having increased status element chance against Soul Reapers and Quincy's. So when you bring him into quests such as Inheritance Trials with his Iron Skin, the enemy has to be either Soul Reaper or Quincy for him to increase his status element chance. So even if he's fighting against, let's say, Mind Hollows, he's not going to be proccing them because he doesn't have it against the attribute, only against the affiliations, that being Quincy's and Soul Reapers. So that's pretty much a downside, but in guild quests where there's only going to be Soul Reapers, such as Captains, Melee, Ranged, Soul Reaper Melee, Ranged, and some parts of the Squad 0 guild quest, he's going to be proccing his status elements almost guaranteed. Next we have Marauder. So this is basically, as you already know, Hard Break plus 100% nullification on melee resistant enemies. Next we have hit enemies at 100%, complete status immunity, and 80% switch pressure. So his damage capabilities is surpassing that of Heart 1000 Year Blood War anime Ichigo, which released last year October. So this is a complete wash. This Heart Ichigo is completely the best Heart character in the game, and we're gonna get a Pass Arena, which is an arena character with an amazing kit, let I mind you, that being Beam, White / 7th anniversary Uryu, and a full screen third, which is a new strong attack. I don't get right into it because I'm gonna hopefully pull him and I'll talk about it more. So this is 1000 Year Blood War Heart Ichigo. Let's move on to Yhwach. Yhwach has a crap ton of skills. Like, oh my god, that's so much skills. So let's move on to him. He's a mind no affiliation character, with killers being hollow and no affiliation. So he's contending with 8th anniversary White. So moving down, he has 40% SAR for his soul trait, Sprinter plus 2, long stride, and Marauder. So he's zooming around the map, no difficulty whatsoever. We're going to pass that. He has Havoc plus 20%, Frenzy plus 2, Berserker 40%, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Weaken defense, Poise, complete status immunity, 80% spiritual pressure, and Mind Strong attack recharge team party, which is basically like, you imagine Quincy Ichigo, so Macy, but yeah, that's basically him. And he has a new thing. It's basically like Rampage, but increases way more than just damage output. Melee damage plus 20%, Berserker plus 20%, Devastation plus 60%, and get a special move. So he's going to be really insane when it comes to Limit Breaker and just overall Inheritance Trials, because he's going to be getting an extra Soul Bomb, which a Soul Bomb you can clear an entire room with just one Soul Bomb. So having 2 of them, You can clear 2 rooms in Inheritance Trials, so 2 out of 5 is done in like 10 seconds. Yhwach is going to be extremely fast in that game mode, so I'm excited to play with him. But a downside to him, he has no disabler against an attribute or an affiliation, so keep that in mind. 80% is going to be hard to proc off with only just Frenzy plus 2, but Kyogre can do it. This Yhwach can do it no problem. Okay, that's Yhwach. Let's get into the controversial character, that being Orihime. She is captain and tech affiliation, has damage reduction at 20%. For her innate ability, she has sprint plus 1, paralysis duration, sharpshooter, flurry plus 2, poise, prevent brave battle healing, brave battle temporary invincibility, ignore brave battle invincibility, prevent last ditch in brave battles only, half stamina only, decrease damage taken by 50%, half stamina only, increase normal attack damage by 50%, flurry plus 1 during the first 10 seconds of the battle, and brave battle only persistency, which think of Call of Duty like Last Stand. You get knocked down, but like you're still up. But it's gonna like take like another 10 seconds for her to die. So you can't kill him in like when you're in that last stand. So she's gonna be just spraying you with nads, soloing the team. It's ridiculous. She's ridiculous for PvP. That's Orihime. PvP goddess. She is ranged, so her AI is gonna be iffy, but if you put her in the middle for PvP, she's gonna be natting down everyone. She has complete range. Dead. It's gonna be really fun to play with her. So that's the 3 characters. Best, if not the second best mind character. I think having White's 80% and Disabler is just better than Yhwach, but Yhwach's kit is completely jacked, if I'm correct. Beam, 960 into homing, and full screen, and the best hard character by far. Moving down, we have the fillers, of course the 3 new characters. So keep in mind before I get into the fillers, when you summon, there is no 1.5% or 2%, it's all 6% and guarantees, or one future 5-star guarantee, that being step 25 and step 50. So here are the fillers. You're going to be pulling no premiums, no seasonals. This is a specific 1000-year Blood War banner. Is it good? Well, let's get down. So moving on to the first character, we have Chad. I'm gonna be honest, he's mainly there for booster, whether it comes to either guild quests or soon to become a very valuable PvP character because he's power. You can technically build him as a defense build and style out Orihime, which is gonna be the main problem in PvP now. So building him, if you get him 5 out of 5 from this banner, or you have him 5 out of 5 before, get him the defense role, slap some heavy DR links. He's gonna be a complete Chad, no pun intended, in PvP. Next we have Tech Uryu. He is 1000-year Blood War, and he is a farmer for the technique attribute. He has a lot of stuff going for him. You can slap a Momo link on him. He's gonna have plus 10 potions. He already has 5+ super potion, 30% droplets, and overall he's just a really solid unit. If you pull him 5 out of 5, you're not going to be missing out. He's still one of the best technique farmers, better than Gin in my opinion. If you're looking for droplets, then Chojiro Sasakibe is better than him. But personally, I like this Uryu because he has iron skin and he's just overall such a good character. Even though he has a mediocre kit, he's still really good when it comes to farming. He gets the job done, high damage output, all you need to know. Next, we have another hard Ichigo. This is from last year, which I talked about. The other Ichigo completely surpasses him. You can even debate Kyogre is better than him, but personally, I think this Ichigo is better. However, this Ichigo is outdated when it comes to certain game modes. For Limit Breaker, he's okay, but Kyogre is better for sure. Of course, this new Ichigo is going to be 100 times better because he's basically him. The only thing that this hard Ichigo has that is over this other Ichigo is that he's consistent in damage, meaning he doesn't need to proc his status elements to do more damage. Frenzy plus 3 in Arena, but no one cares about Arena. I'm sorry for bringing that up. And he has read all affiliation dodges, which this hard Ichigo cannot relate to. So if you're farming those weekly scrolls, or you're playing a Senkaimon quest where enemies can dodge, this hard Ichigo is hitting every single thing, no matter what. Underground, dodging enemies, melee resistance, he has it all. So this Ichigo is still really good. Personally, top 2, top 3 in my opinion. You can debate on which is better, but personally I think it's the new Ichigo, hard Ichigo, and Kyoge. You can switch Kyoge and Ichigo because Kyoge is just significantly better when it comes to guild quests. This Ichigo is really bad. He's been really bad in guild quests in general, but that's my thoughts about this Ichigo. Moving on, we have the GOAT, original, almighty Yhwach. Big spoilers for the anime, but he's here in the fillers. He is a PvP hard character, still really good. He's boosted, but this chat is probably going to be better than this Yhwach in value when it comes to stalling out the Orihime, since not only does this chat have attribute advantage, like I stated earlier, but he has booster, and overall, he's just going to be really good when you build him for defense. Yhwach is still okay though. He can be used for guild quests if you still need a booster. If you get him forward 5, you can still use him in PvP no matter what. He's still a solid PvP character. And I really have no words to say about this Yhwach, but he's still pretty solid. And now we get to the most controversial part. How we get like these amazing characters. And we got Rukia, pretty outdated power character. She doesn't really have anything for her. She can be used in a spot of melee, but it's really, really hard. Like, if you don't have Parasol Bruno, like me, then you're screwed. If you get a 5/5 from this banner, you can maybe clear. If you get a 5/5, maybe work on her if you don't have a main for melee Espada. So that's pretty much Rukia. Next, we have Ryukin. Complete dog water. Trash. Garbage. If you get him 5/5, sell his ass. Unless you need him for resurrection in the future. That's Ryukin. Next we have Misaki. Used in the previous video. She's really good. Definitely just like Tokinata. She came after. Of course she is. Just so stupid. Exro. Oh my god, bro. And Misaki's really just good until she gets her resurrection. Just like Tokinata. Either late 2024 or 2025. So that's when you can expect when she gets her value up there. But for now, she's good. As you can see in my previous video, she clapped. She did amazing. I hope I could get a dupe and get her 500 attack because that would help my guild quest score when this guild quest comes back. So that's Misaki. Moving on to Ishin. Mid. Trash. Perfect kit. Outdated. He's going to be resurrection orbs in the future. Of course, he has read hollow dodges and 20% strong attack damage increase for captain affiliations, I believe. So he has his uses, but of course you can just have any speed character in the game read a certain affiliation thanks to T20s. But if you want to use him, that's good. He has a perfect kit. He has Havoc, unlike the Speed Academy Izuru who doesn't have Havoc. But he reads all affiliations, so if you're doing a weekly scrolls, he can clear it no problem. He has read all affiliation dodge, it doesn't matter. And that's Ishin. Mid again, like I said. If you get him, he's orbs in the future if he gets resurrected. Last character, we have Candace. And if you know me, I love Bambietta. And who is Candace? Mid. For the streets. Thought. Garbage. I have a 5/5. I gain nothing from roasting her. Anyways, that's the banner. If you want to know my thoughts about Candace, she has a good kit, but she's just outdated. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please stay safe on this banner. Something might be big. I heard it might be 1,000-Year Blood War. I'm not gonna say who the characters are because someone leaked me. I'm showing their face. So yeah, if you're gonna summon tonight or later when the banner drops, hope you guys have the best luck. But don't steal all my luck because I need to at least like pull 1 or 2 of the characters. I need to make content. I need content to upload. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.